So when we're in the early stages of our awakening journey, it can be hard to see the trees through the fog. And that can make it a little bit difficult for us to truly comprehend what might be coming up for us. And of course, we know deep down what's coming up for us is the life that we've always dreamed of. And so here are 5 signs that you'll get everything that you want in this life. No doubt, we can have a shaky and do have a shaky few years on this path as our ideas and concepts around life begin to change and begin to drop away. And this is a great process because that's these concepts, these ideas, these feelings, these emotions are the things that we see as ourselves. But in time they begin to drop away and reveal the unwavering joy and bliss, Vishoka, of the beingness that we are. And as that happens, then we begin to attract circumstances to ourselves that are more joyous and more in harmony with that state of being that we've begun to reveal inside of ourselves. We can, when we're in our early bits of the journey, be a bit lost, and that's okay. We have this feeling that this is the right thing for us to be doing, to dive deeper into my connection to God, the universe, life, and that's great. But we often don't realise truly the power of God, the mercy of the universe, and the grace that it's about to bestow upon you once this initial stages of training on the yogic journey are complete, or the spiritual awakening journey are complete. So, the first sign that you'll get everything that you want on this journey is that you know deep down that there's something bigger out there for you. For example, I went to law school and trained to be a lawyer. And as I was training to be a lawyer, I got a job in a law firm that I didn't really enjoy. It wasn't really singing with my heart's content. And quite frankly, I was unhappy and I wasn't really enjoying or wanting to get up in the morning to go to work, because it's like you're born, you work, you die. Little kind of thing in my head, at least. That was my way of viewing my life, and I was a bit like, well, I don't really want that for me. And deep down I knew that there was a deeper calling for me, and therefore in time, after doing lots of work on this path, it's this, and it's made me richer and more appreciative and more in love with my life, and that's guaranteed for anyone on this path. There are thousands of us now, I'm sure, on YouTube and in life talking about these principles. I trust that if we were, because sometimes we can have a cynical mindset on this journey, isn't it, of not believing people, not trusting people, and that's totally understandable because that was my mindset too. But there are so many of us out here talking about the benefits of this stuff now that it's too loud to ignore. And so you know that this path probably in some way is the right path for you, and also you've been guided here. But also when we have that deeper feeling, that deeper knowing that there is something larger out there in this life for me than just born, work, die, then we know that's the first sign that we're going to get at some point. And no need to be arrogant about it, but like that life will guide us to the things that we want and the places that we need to be and the people that we need to meet for the highest expression of joy in our life. Number 2, the second reason you know you're going to get everything you want in life is that you dedicate your life to that higher power, or to the universe, or to God, whatever words, or Brahman, Allah, whatever it is that we want to use as the terminology based upon our upbringing, we can use it. It's all the same thing. We can use it synonymously. It all means the same. And one who is willing to dedicate their life to that larger power will certainly get everything that they want. Just not in your timing, in divine timing. And that's what it means to dedicate our life to that larger power, or to God. It means to let go of the reins of control that are holding us back from getting those things and giving our timing for those things up to God or to the higher power. And this is a great sign if we have that want or desire inside of us. Number 3 You recognize, and this is the biggest one probably, that the value is in you. You are the most valuable thing here. This is the key to freedom, but also to a huge amount of fulfillment. It is freedom if we finally let those constraints come off that have been taught to us from our parents and friends, that you aren't enough. If we let those go in time, these concepts, these ideas, then we see that the value is in fact in being myself. And this can take some time, right? Because we're afraid of being judged by others, and we're afraid of pulling away from our family structures. Not that that happens, because I'm in a better relationship with my family now because of this awakening journey. But it's like we pull away from the control parameters, the teaching, the learning that we've taken from them, these borrowed ideas, and we make our own ideas that come through us, because the value is in you. Anything worthwhile, anything authentic is going to come through you, and it will be the best thing in our evolution. To trust that, because this is who I am. Sharing is my joy. Teaching is my passion. And 5 years ago, if somebody had told me you're going to be a spiritual coach, I'd have gone, what even is that? And I'd have probably gone, you're crazy. But little did I know, this is my highest passion, and I love it. But I wouldn't have done that if I hadn't dedicated myself to this path and to that deep, authentic yearning that was coming through me to share about these things. And to do that, we have to uncover it, isn't it? And to uncover it, we engage in some sadhana. Sadhana just means your daily spiritual practice to bring about the highest aliveness and intensity of energy in the system, to bring about the highest potential for you in your life. And should you wish, down below you can sign up for the free breathing practice. It's a great place to get started. There's a free community down below that you can sign up for. It's on Facebook, but you can sign up for it. It's absolutely free. There are some great people in there, and thank you very much for everybody who's sharing and caring in there. It's a great community to be a part of. As well, there's some awakening coaching that you can find down below. The application is free. The coaching isn't free, but you can apply for free down below. In fact, I'm so busy, I'm going to have to start creating a waiting list. But you're more than welcome to apply, and if anything really springs at me, I'll get back in contact with you. And finally, there's the living yoga method taught to me by my teacher, and you're more than welcome to find out some more about that down below. Back to the video. You recognize the value is in you and your journey. You are the genius in this expression of life. You're the main character. Again, not to be arrogant about that, but the value is in you. 4. Your currency is joy and passion and love. And that can be take a while to really cultivate, because it is something that we have to cultivate. But if you see that there's value in feeling good, this is a sign that you're going to get everything that you want in this life. Because when we feel good, there's no resistance between us and getting the things that we want. The only thing that might be separating us and the things that we want from this linear time perspective is time. And remember, when we've given up point 2, our life to God, then the timing's not in our hands anymore. And it means so much more when we get the thing that we want, but guaranteed we'll get it if we're following this path of unconditional love and of stripping away the limitations that we know in ourselves to be there, like these limiting beliefs and things like this. 5, and the final one, the 5th sign that you'll get everything that you want in this life is that you have an insatiable thirst for personal growth and to becoming the most authentic version of you that you can be. Thing is, we've played around sometimes trying to be other people because we think they're cool. Oh, I want his life, and oh, I'll just do this and pretend to be this thing that I'm not so that I can have that thing that this guy seems to have. But that won't be the thing that's highly passionate for you. We must uncover our authentic self, isn't it? We must become that most authentic version of who we are, so that we're in contact with the things that we enjoy and that we are passionate about, and the things that bring us happiness and try not to reject that in ourselves. And in fact, celebrate the things, even the quirks, the strange things about us. That is authentically me and you. And this is the thing. This is how we'll know we'll get everything that we want in our life. In this life experience, is that we're dedicated every day, every moment of every day, to being the most authentic version of ourselves possible. I really hope this video helps, and I hope you have a really wonderful evening. Namaste.